Hi everyone, I'm Tara and I'm back, aka Spirit Mother. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Spirit to Spirit Teachings of Going Within Self. And if you're on my TikTok, it is 1974 Enlightened Soul, aka Spirit Mother. Today I'm into faith, okay, because I on TikTok yesterday with regards to leap of faith. And a lot of the time we hold ourselves back from things. And the leap of faith is one of the biggest things because when you do take that leap, it means that you're making a change. Right now, I'm experiencing a bit of anxiety, but I always start to experience this when I first come in because the topics that I decide to speak about and touch base with or talk about. Um, as I stated before, some may like my channel, some may not. It's not a channel for everyone. Um, Sometimes I come off as a bitch, sometimes I come off as an asshole, but that's all good because I'm here for the harder parts of bringing things forward to people. It's kind of like the catalyst or the mirroring. And that's why I say, like, sometimes some people like me, some people hate me, some people love me, some people loathe me. It's a spirit to spirit basis. So, not necessarily am I talking directly to you. However, if you are getting frustrated or angry, if your emotions are going wonky or what have you, it's that part of your spirit that is experiencing it or understanding it, or that's just totally out no pissed off at me because it's making it look. Um, Yesterday, I put up a video because, as I had stated, I've been taking a lot of leaps of faith, and there's been a lot of anxiety with it because it's kind of like you want to jump in, but then you got that fear part of you that's saying no, like you can't do that because of this or that, or what if this or what if that. It's like, yeah, okay. So that's when I just have to take that and put it aside because sometimes we go to people or we try talking to people and we say an idea or we say like express something and they kind of discourage us into thinking that no, you're not good enough, or no, like you can't do that, or no, like this or that. It's like, just be happy for somebody if they're exploring their authenticity, if they are taking that leap of faith. Maybe that person that is trying to discourage the person taking the leap of faith, maybe the reason why they're trying to discourage someone is because they're afraid of taking the leap of faith themselves. So they figure, well, if I can't do it, then you're surely not either. So I actually don't just do videos and what have you. I actually have been helping people uh, bring out their seeds. I'm kind of a different type of, I wouldn't say psychologist or counselor or therapist or anything like that. I'm more on the basis that it's more of a one-on-one. And when I do the one-on-one, that's part of my leaps of faith. Going and doing this with people and knowing that like there may be parts of this session that you're not going to like me for because I'm going to know if you're holding something back that you need to bring forward. Because I know I say a lot. Maybe I'm meditating at the same time. But you don't have to do that in order to meditate. The other night, I actually was, there we go again. I actually was speaking with someone, and I enjoy helping people and helping them to see their own synchronicities, helping them to see and hear what they're saying. to themselves. And if you're not comfortable, as I said before, if you're not comfortable talking with someone, then a good therapeutic way to help yourself is by going and doing a video. It doesn't have to be a live video. It doesn't have to be a video that you're putting out for the people. It's just a video that you can even share with yourself, record it and go back and watch it. But when you're recording it, act as though you're speaking to an audience or somebody that is going through or has experienced things very similar to yours, and the fact of what advice would you give them. They said the other night when I was doing a session with someone, I ended up using a deck of one of my decks, my oracle decks for oracle. I do sometimes, but it's only when spirit brings it in and it's on a one-on-one basis. I don't come on here to do tarot cards. I come on here to kind of share my experiences with others so that they can understand and know that they're not alone. And if I can share something that I've experienced to help others from going through the same thing that I've gone through, then I'm doing what I'm meant to be doing. If I piss you off, I'm meant to be pissing you off. If I'm meant to, if I make you cry, I'm meant to make you cry. If I make you laugh, I'm meant to make you laugh. That's part of it. To me, it's almost like it's a roller coaster for me because I'm taking in so much all at once, and I'm bringing forward a lot of different aspects of spirit. So my channel gets really crazy sometimes. Right now I'm having the activation in the heart chakra, and I do explain what I'm experiencing at those moments. As I said before, I don't tell people whether or not they're going to get back with their partners, ex-partners, what have you. That would be more of something that would be on a one-to-one, and I would be kind of working with you to find out why you want to do that. It's not telling you whether or not you are or not. It's trying to get to the root and figure out, well, why are you asking this question, opposed to asking someone for the answer when you can come to the answer with yourself when you have someone that can actually help you. Put yourself first, okay? Because when you it's accepting yourself. Take no shit, but make the shift, and be open to what others have to say, open to others' beliefs, because everyone has good input, and we're brought up thinking that, well, this is the only way because this is how I was taught. And it's more of like the part of being open-minded, instead of, well, having our limited beliefs. But the part of being able to put yourself first fills your cup up, and then it makes it easier for you to be able to help other people, opposed to not being able to help yourself because you're too focused on being the people pleaser, or you're too focused on helping other people that you forget to take your own advice or make your own leap of faith because you're being held back. I recently, the other day, I took another leap of faith, and now it's finding the funding in order to be able to make the rest of it move forward. Um, I'm at a point where I'm kind of like I'm stuck, but I'm not stuck because I'm told to see if I can find an investor. And it's the part of like knowing who I can trust, where I can go and seek an investor. Because what I'm working on is it's really big, and it can be scary because it's a step in a whole other realm that I'm used to, and it's that part now knowing that putting my faith in spirit, putting my faith in God, Father, Mother, Creator, Source, Universe, what have you, and knowing that it will come to me. Yesterday I was at because they say you don't get nothing for free or anything like that. Like you can, it's the part of manifesting and seeing things for yourself. I know, like even the smallest little things can make you feel good. It's the surprise. It's like sometimes it's that pay it forward aspect. And yesterday I was at Costco and I went in to get a couple pies. And I went up. I I don't really eat pies because it makes me feel blah afterwards. But sometimes I will take that little, indulge. Um, I got up to the registers in the line, and this woman ahead of me, she said, "Oh, you only have two things." She said, "You can go ahead of me." And then the people ahead of her told me I could go ahead of them. And then there was a joke made about that the gentleman in front of me was going to pay for my pie. So I told him my pies. I said, "Oh, I said, you're going to pay for my pies for me, are you?" And we kind of laughed about it. And I was standing there waiting because like everything was close together and I had to wait. And he said, the man in front of me, thought he was joking. He said, "You want me to pay for your pie?" And he said, "Just, you can set your pies down." So I set my pies down. Then all of a sudden, the woman, the register, she took the pies. And I'm like, "What?" Like, whoa, whoa. And the man in front of me bought them. So he spent $10 on pie or $20 on pies for me. And I was like, okay, wow. So we had a little conversation going out, which things like that can happen. It's being able to open yourself up, and the kindness that you put out is kindness that you get back. And the leap of faith that you put forward for yourself, it's a leap of faith that not only helps you, but it can help the collective, it can help the world as a whole. And I just heard how much money do I need. I need to figure out a way to let's just say it's about 14,000 US. It's a big project. And I know that I will get there. It's just sometimes things take a little longer than what we expect. And that's okay. Because the part that I took was it's kind of like when you give the permission or you go forward by signing a paper or anything like that. It's making that step. And I've made the step a few times, and this was the biggest part of the step because it's kind of getting it going even further. I do one-on-one with people. That's why, like, I come in here and I don't read a lot of the comments for the most part because I don't. I find that some of the stuff that people want to like talk about is more private, and it's more of being able, like I said, to get the person to go within themselves because I do a lot of that on my own. I don't really have someone that I go to and talk to about it. Well, besides I have spirit, a lot, like many different aspects of spirit, my ancient ancestors, my deceased family members. I talk with them all the time. I do hear them, yes. It's not hearing them up here and it's not hearing them on the external, no, because I have them within my heart. And that's where it is. And And this project I'm working on, it's something that God, Source, Creator, Mother, Father, Spirit brought to me. And it was brought to me so that I may share it. And if it takes time, then it takes time. Right now, I have an overwhelming sensation of crying. And I get that because I'm an empath. So I feel people that are in front of me or in another part of the world. It's that connection. And right now we have a solar eclipse coming up. And that's a roller coaster in itself, especially when you get the new moon and then like the full moon. All of the stuff coming in at once. It's going to get, there are going to be things that are changing. I can't determine your future. Only you are the one able to see your future. People can suspect or like kind of try looking, but sometimes other people's stuff can get in the middle. If you want to have a deeper conversation as to what you're asking with regards to your future, send me a message and we will set something up and I will talk face to face with you. And we will go, we'll go a little deeper to find out like what it is that you see for yourself. Because as far like when it says prophecies, we are our self-fulfilling prophecies. How we think, how we speak, how we act, it all reflects on what our future is going to be. Um, I live in the now moment because I know that my future will come, but it's not going to come when I try making it happen. Because if you meet kind of like a fork in the road or you hit a hurdle, then you overthink it. It's more living in the present moment and creating your future by being in the present, because the decisions we make in the moment is what reflects our future, not trying to foresee a future, because the future is going to come no matter what, but it's only going to come from what you're experiencing in the now, because the past is now, the future is the now. It's all in the now moment. And I know that it's confusing because it was confusing for me too. The future can be overwhelming. Like if you look at Nostradamus, right? Predicting the future. If you keep saying that something is going to happen, then you're going to make it happen, whether you are intending to make it happen. And it could be something that you're not sure of how you want it to happen, but it could have an adverse effect on what you want because you start overthinking. Okay. So some people may think this is BS, but well, that's your opinion and that's the way you feel. So that's entirely up to you. But if you want to come in and start throwing shade on someone else, then you need to look at yourself deeper, because this is not BS. If you believe in Jesus, Yeshua, this is what he was telling people. But people didn't want to get it that way because people always look to someone on the external, or it being on the external when it's actually internal. And I don't throw shade on other people's religious beliefs or what have you, because it's all scrambled. And that's the way the world is right now. It's all scrambled and everybody's fighting with one another, and they're not taking the time to realize that everyone is actually saying the same thing. I don't, for the most part, I don't go to church, and I don't listen to the ones that are out there pushing on other people. Oh, you're going to hell, you're going to hell, to cause fear with people because some people have made mistakes. So it's all in how you interpret things. It's all in how you see things. And if you want to throw shade on someone because they see something differently than you, well, I have to ask, what are you afraid of? Why are you not kind of looking at different aspects? Because it's not just all one thing, although some might try to tell you it is. It's because there's so many different things going on at the same time. And I don't like having a religious congregation. I went in somewheres before and trying to push here, okay, trying to push it on me. And all they focus on is the fighting. Seriously? And we wonder why we're stuck. We wonder why life looks so messed up and chaotic. It's our fault, but we never want to take blame. And when we don't take blame, that's a part of holding yourself back. You're holding yourself back from doing something that you can do if the part of just getting out of our own way. Exactly. It can be a guideline. But when you're pushing and saying about one religion or another, I don't agree with that. This religion did that, or that religion did that, or this congregation did this, or this congregation did that. I'm here to tell you they all fucking did it. No one religion was any better than the other, even though they may think they are. And no one religion is the one just going to heaven, because the kingdom of heaven is within you. And that's what Jesus was telling you. It's a state of being, it's a state of mind, it's a state of your heart. The love aspect. God is love, love is God, love is the infinite energy. And we are that energy. But people just want to look in a book and say, this is the way it is. But it's not. Books are other people's experiences, guidelines. And like I said before, not everything that's like, you look at medical documents, okay? The doctors don't write everything while you're sitting. They go and they write it afterwards, which I've seen the proof of where they can actually, because they got so many people, that they can end up having somebody else's information in your documents, which makes it worse for you. And when you want to address it, a lot of times they don't want to address it. It's like a biblical sense. The Bible. I have read the Bible when I was younger, and I've gone through certain things. But I don't live out of a book. I live by experiences. I live walking with spirit. If I go down a road and I have a feeling that it's just not right, that I know that's spirit telling me no. Or if I feel like I'm being pushed, everything's just going like that, then I know spirit is saying, like, hey, you've got to take this plunge. Okay? You hear a lot about you're a sinner, you're going to hell, and and only so many people are going to heaven. The 144, well, the 144, that's frequency, okay? And if you don't believe that, well, then I don't know what to tell you. I listen to frequencies, I meditate, I use crystals, and some people don't believe in that. They're too hooked on a pill that actually, when you read the side effects from it, is actually causing more harm to your body than it's helping. It may be helping that one little symptom that you have, but it's causing havoc on the rest of the parts of your body. I've said it before. They say, like with depression, where with depression, you have suicidal thoughts or what have you. Well, they give you a pill. When you go and you read the side effects on it, what does the side effect say? May cause symptoms of depression or suicidal thoughts. It's like, wait a minute. Well, I'm on isn't this medication supposed to be to prevent that? But instead of just handing somebody a medication, we should be looking at it deeper, because the deep parts are within the body, because it's stuff that we hold in. It's the part that we're holding ourselves back. And others don't want to look at that because, like I said, we're too busy looking on the external for the answers that we already have within ourselves. We're just too afraid to see it, because there's things that we've experienced in life or lifetimes that we don't want to see or look at. But I'm going to tell you from experience, when you start looking at those and you allow yourself to let them go, you will open yourself up to much greater things. You will open yourself up to a world that you never knew. I am. I'm opening myself up. Because this thing that I'm working on, it came to me because I let go of all my traumas. I let go of the greed, the ignorance. I let go of the fear of expressing myself, being who I am, not who somebody tries telling me that I am or I have to be. Or telling me that, oh, well, you shouldn't act that way. You shouldn't be that way because of this or that. Well, I am who God's Spirit wants me to be. I am a channel for Spirit. I am a channel for the people who cannot speak up for themselves. I am a guide. I am a teacher, even though some may not say that I am. I know that I've helped people. I don't get into a lot of conversations because I don't pick sides with regards to that stuff, because it's part of it's like we're fighting someone else's fight, and then half the time we don't even know what we're fighting about, because the books have gotten so manipulated and misconstrued over time, and others don't see that. And we teach our kids all this stuff, and then we get angry at our kids, and we blame our kids for their actions when it's actually us. And people don't want to believe that. Well, that's on other people if they don't want to believe it. Many generational curses, and we are all here breaking them. We're here to break those curses. I always said that it was like, holy crap, it's like there's a curse on us. And there was. And some people say, well, you believe that stuff, then it'll be this or that. Well, like I'm here to say it's not so much about believing it. It's real. It happens. The curse of Oak Island, the curse of many other places. And it's like people don't want to believe that. But the biggest curse is the mind game, leading people to believe that they are not worthy, leading people to believe that God does not accept them unless they are this way or that way, leading people to believe that they're going to hell because they made some bad choices along the way. It is very damaged. Yeah. Collective consciousness has been damaged because it has been hijacked by so much of what I call artificial technology, because true technology is you. You have the answers. You are your Akashic records. You have all your knowledge. You've probably been having prophetic, like very intense dreams where you're waking up feeling like you were experiencing, and that's because you were. I go through it, and I know others that go through it, and it's scary. The other night, I was laying on my couch, and I was having a dream, and I could feel myself. I don't know if I was like hollering for help aloud or if I was just hollering for help in my dream. And it's that part where we're being shown to face our fears, and they're really scary. And our the trauma is what happens at that moment, and it becomes the PTSD. So the PTSD becomes reliving it. You keep reliving it through like the mind's eye, through your dreams, and what have you. And like I said before, that spirit telling you, I need you to look at this. I'm showing this to you for a reason. You're experiencing this for a reason. It's a way to see something that maybe you did or that you didn't see, but you're just reliving the trauma, the traumatic part of it. Um, it's being able to step out of your comfort zone, broadening your horizons, and having faith within yourself, because that's a lot. That too is what Jesus was telling people, and it all got miscued of him healing. And he said he did not. It wasn't him that really healed the people. It was the people who healed themselves. He just showed them the way. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yep. We're home. Right now, I have like there's heaviness. Let's see how you're doing. This actually helps because right now there's a lot coming in. When I do one-on-ones, this happens too because it's kind of the epiphany, and it's that part of the spirit that is being released. It's letting go of that experience. Spirit, it's heavy. Okay. I said in like check out my YouTube description, and you'll understand my channel a little more. Like how I am in my videos is with the aggression or what have you. It's not the way I am when I'm working with people. It's because right now, like when I'm live, I have a lot of spirits. I have a lot of people that I'm hearing on the telepathic level, even though I know that I may not see them visually here as if you're watching, but there's a number of different timelines, a number of different realm aspects and dimensions and what have you that are actually watching us all the time. And we don't want to believe that. It's like, like you think people's not watching you? Well, your cameras. Maybe you even have a camera on your TV. So it's like the when I work on an individual one-on-one level, I go deep. I really connect with the person and I allow myself to feel things with them. I encourage them to be able to express themselves in ways that they're unable to because maybe they don't feel comfortable with the psychologist because sometimes, like, I don't keep records because they're not my records to keep, they're your records. And being able to look at them and go through them to sort them out, to know what's yours and what's not yours, to let it go. Like I said, the other night I was doing one and I was directed through spirit to do some cards because I was feeling something of that person's a past life or what have you, connection. And I heard somebody say it's bullshit. Well, that's your opinion. But see, the thing is, I know differently, and that's all that matters. Because I follow with spirit. I hear what others have to say. But I went through therapy myself, and I would never take a leap of faith of doing something outside of looking to other people. I wouldn't look to get the answers for myself because I figured and was always, well, you don't know nothing. Like, you don't know that. Well, my intuition's telling me, well, this says this and that says that. It's like, I don't care what this says and I don't care what that says. Obviously, if this is saying one thing and that's saying another thing, isn't it just a bit of a contradictory? Just one second. I just put my light on. We're supposed to be getting a storm where I am. It was supposed to start yesterday sometime, and thankful to the universe, it held it off, and hopefully it's not going to be as bad as the like. Well, some say it's like going to be. Oh, it's going to be bad. I mean, we're in the spring, and they say, "Oh, a winter storm is coming." Like, what? We're in spring. Why are you calling it winter? Um, right now, I have to just bear with me. I'm feeling it's like right here. If you're experiencing something within your solar plexus, your heart chakra, I just heard something. Somebody is fear of losing their job. Um, I'm going to tell you, I know that it's fearful, but if you're in fear of losing your job, it could be spirit saying that's not the job for you. You're meant to be doing something much bigger and better for yourself. Um, there's a project, something that you wanted to do years back, and I'm getting that it was a baby, you had a baby, and it stopped you from being able to go any further with it. I'm getting that that child is like now in school, and it's time to take that leap of faith. Yeah, Um, wow. Dice que to je šele, que se le mutalo to je priam priesto to je šele, que se le que to je. I am unable to uh, put this on pause. Yeah, I just got that. Like somebody is trying to throw something at me or trying to suppress me, and it's like, really? Isikuya shalai. Tukutukugieta, tukumiketa tepitutusia. Sikui. Isalatoturuturiam. Like, whatever you throw at me, I'm not going to throw it back at you. So if doing that to somebody gets you through the day, then you're really dealing with something big that you're allowing yourself to feel. So if somebody is making you feel that or see that and you're angry with them, and that appears that you're frustrated with me or an aspect of the spirit that's with me, then look at it. Why are you throwing it at me? What am I saying that's making you feel that way? To want to suppress me? Because you hurt me, you're only hurting yourself. That's part of the oneness. I feel for you, and I'm not going to throw something back at you because I don't know what you're experiencing. I don't know what you've been through in life. Okay, if you've been through traumatic experiences, you need to look at them so that you can let them go because they're making you very bitter, angry, and they're putting a lot of pain on you. And then you're trying to inflict it on other people. And every time you try to inflict your pain on other people, that pain is going to come back at you tenfold. And you're going to feel it in your own body. That's why I'm not throwing it back at you. I want to see good things for you, no matter who you are or what you've done or been through. It's part of finally looking at it and addressing it so that you don't feel that you have to cause pain for other people. Because other people should be wearing your pain. Because it's not fair to you and it's not fair to others. Because being not fair to you, it means that you are stunting yourself from growing. You are keeping yourself from being the person that spirit knows you. I just need everyone to excuse me for that. No, I don't take pills. I use CBD oil, but I don't take pills because the oil actually helps with anxiety sometimes and actually helps to kind of keep me like more centered because it's not in the head. So it gives me a better focus. I don't use it all the time. Like I said, like we're in the coming on the eclipse and a lot of stuff is happening right now. There's a lot of solar flares that's hitting the earth, which is affecting the human body, which there are others that will say, well, they don't affect the person's body. Oh, yeah, they do. Because it's like you're an electrical current yourself, the waters and electricity that goes to your body. Some are even probably getting more shocks than more often. I know that there's times when I'm sleeping and all of a sudden I'm woken up out of a dead sleep. I'm woken up because it's like a transformer just went off in my body. So, so it's like, holy crap. And I mean, it's like, it's almost like if you took your finger and well, I mean, you can't stick your finger, well, you could in a light socket, okay? But it was more intense than that because it's within the body, and that's the part of my body that when that goes off, it's healing that part. It's sending a whole vibration through my body to the specific area that is needed. I do a lot of this by connecting within my body to help myself heal. And when I started doing this stuff, it was like I took that leap of faith. I accepted the call. And it's it's confusing, scary, very interesting sometimes. Actually, I'm sorry you feel that way. Um, Not all of them shed blood, and we are able to save ourselves, and that was what Jesus was telling us. He died, said that he died for our sins, and the sin was that we watched him die on the cross. That was the sin. That's what we were supposed to see. We're supposed to save him because nobody should be dying for anyone's sins. You should be taking responsibility for your own actions, not expecting someone else to die for you because you don't want to look at your own stuff. I'm not being rude. I'm being very to the point. Jesus, Yeshua, God, source, creator, mother, father works through you. And that's the consciousness. That's the Christ. Don't believe me? That's entirely up to you. Continue to go by limited beliefs? That's entirely up to yourself. But by sticking with a limited belief, you're actually only holding yourself back. Because if you're waiting for a physical person to come in and save you, you may want to look in the mirror because you are that physical person and that spirit lives within you. And not all witches are bad. And it's not all about bloodshed. Then I guess, like with the military, there's a lot of bloodshed. Are you saying that those people that go to fight for you are witches or warlocks because they're shedding blood? I have visions. Do I tell people the visions for the most part? No, because maybe what I see for somebody, it's not what they see for themselves. I have a pretty good idea of what's coming, but it starts with us as a change. That's how the future is made. That's how the future is created. It's created by us as individuals. We create our own future. We can create a good future for us, or we can create the hell future. You can create the heaven future, or you can create the hell future. And right now, people are Everybody's saying it's this way or it's that way. I see out here in what I visualize seeing. We all have magic within us. And it's got nothing to do with being a witch or a warlock. People were saying that Jesus was healing people. Okay? Do you know that if you believe that Jesus was healing people, it's all energy. It's the power of faith in yourself. And if others have faith within themselves and have faith within you, but you need to have faith within yourself. You need to have faith within spirit because you're the spirit, you're the soul, you're the essence. And a lot of religious congregations don't believe in that because they get set in their own ways. But there's a lot of people that are actually leaving the church now because they're seeing things on a different level. And then they're saying about why people aren't going to church. Look at what's been happening. Okay? So that's why I'm not taking sides on anything because I see it. I've experienced it. I've had a pastor at a church be ignorant to me because I'm speaking what some class as tongues. It's like, do you read your freaking Bible? Do you not see that it says in there that they were speaking in tongues and it's not demonic or anything like that? But some want to say it is because they want to spread shame and fear on others and spread stuff that keeps people pointing fingers and saying, oh, well, we're going to hang you. We're going to burn you. We already fucking did hang me and burn me. More than once. In other timelines, realms, spirit realms, what have you, I've been raped, I've been burnt, I've been torn apart. I've had so much shit. And I remember it. And it's like, if that's what gets people through the day, feeling that that's what they need to do to make them feel good, then I feel for you. Because I'm here to tell you, you're holding yourself back. But maybe some people like holding themselves back because they like being in control of someone else. But then when that person starts taking control of themselves back, the person that wants to have the control makes themselves out to be the victim, when in the beginning they were actually the aggressor, the victimizer, and the bully. And a lot of times it's because it's what they experienced. So it becomes that vicious circle. And it's like, well, you can't control somebody if you can try. And people control people by intimidation, by fear tactics, like what we're experiencing a lot of right now. And that's what these controlling people want. But when you step out and you stand up for yourself and you say, hey, I'm not going to be your doormat. You're not going to control me anymore. Here, like, stand up. Go outside your comfort zone. Right, because you are open to different things. You're not enclosed on one thing. You're not on one mindset and one belief, thinking that this is the only way. Like I can feel When I walk up, I can feel that spirit that's connected with them. It's not necessarily the person. I've said it before. Like you walk up to a stranger, and then all of a sudden you feel like you don't like them or something like that, but you don't know why. You just feel, oh well, they just rubbed me the wrong way. Well, no, it's a spirit to spirit. Those two spirits know each other from a different lifetime, and that's why we're all that's why it's like people just want to fight. It's like, hey, and I'll tell them like I used to, like that I say, you want to fight, good, take your head, shove it up your arse, and fight for air. It's true. Like, I was always scared to go outside my comfort zone because it was like sometimes when I did, hi, sometimes when I did go outside my comfort zone, you kind of wish you didn't. But you were meant to do it because it was the experience. You were meant to learn something from the experience. And Grand Rising. And we hold ourselves back from experiences, usually because of fear based. Okay. I was talking to somebody yesterday. They were talking about the measles and stuff like that. Like 40 people in Canada or something like that. 40 kids are going to come up with measles or something like that. And now they're pushing knees. They're pushing needles again. Like seriously, what the fuck is the problem with that? You hear it on the radio. You get advertisements on TV. I always thought that was up to the fucking doctor. Like seriously, things that like they're pushing medications on TV and everything like that. And it's like they play this meditating music and then at the very bottom they have all this small print that you can't even see. And it's known that most people don't read the side effects because they go by what doctors yeah, they go by a book. Not all doctors are smart. It's because instead of using their own intuition, their own common sense, their own experience, really listening to the patient and not listening to a fucking book. They just automatically go by, oh, well, the book is saying this, or the book is saying that, or this person said this, or that person said that, or this statistic, or that statistic. Like, the ones doing the statistic stuff, they're only using it to their benefit. Exactly. It is very sad that they don't have they're not allowed. I went to my doctor and asked if I could get a prescription for CBD oil. Oh, well, we can't do that because there's not enough there's not enough information done on it, not enough testing to find out. They're giving CBD oil to infants and babies that suffer from ongoing seizure disorders, and those kids are getting up and they're moving them. It's because it's not a benefit to them because there's none of this. Here, what do you see? Here, let's grease your palm. Here, hey, promote my medication and we'll give you a trip. And if you're someone like myself or you're an herbal person or you're doing readings or Reiki healing or energy here, however you put it or what have you, crystal healing, stuff like that. Oh, well, we have to say this. Oh, we have to say that. But a doctor can guess anytime they want, oh, well, we think this is what's wrong with you. So we'll give you this. But we really don't know what's wrong. Right? So it's like, holy snapping earth holes, like, what the fuck? And do I swear sometimes? Yes. I can feel the spirits coming in now. And it's more so, this is where it gets intense. And it's like, and the spirits are so frustrated with the modern medicine. I'm not saying it's all bullshit, but there is so much stuff out there that can actually help people, that our ancestors had it right. And we're being told because we're using Mother Nature, we're witch doctors, we're witches, we're warlocks, we're this, we're that, Screw you. If I want to be a fucking witch, I'll be a witch. If I want to be a warlock, I'll be a warlock. If I want to be a Reiki healer, I'll be a Reiki healer. If I want to use crystals, I'll use crystals. If I don't want to have any part of modern medicine, and I don't want to go get a fucking needle pushed in my arm, I don't go get my blood work. I stopped doing that when I went to get a new doctor. He told me I had to go get my blood work done. But no, I don't have to, and I'm not going to get it done. Not at all. Actually, no, I don't give blood. And it's not because I don't want to save lives or anything like that. I just like, I don't trust not a part of the systems, because to me, the true sins are the systems integrated into society. And that's why the world is the way it is. That's why people are being killed and people are being like homeless and stuff like that, because the systems are so fucking greedy. And then the systems tell people that in order to survive, you got to be fucking greedy too. It keeps us ignorant. Then you get people that don't know how to share. It's like, wow, you don't know how to share, but you think that others should give stuff to you. And it's usually the people that give the stuff to others are the people that's taken that leap of faith to make a change in their life, whether it be a small leap of faith or whether it be a huge leap of faith. I watched Once Upon a Time, and it's all about magic. It's all about the realms. It's all about, like, it's got the dark one. It has like just everything. And the Queen of Hearts is like the Queen of Hearts ripping the hearts out. It means it makes everybody so bitter because the Queen of Hearts is bitter itself. So it wants to take everyone's heart from it and will manipulate people. Will cause fear to manipulate people because it's people that's using their heart. And as I get going and I start coming more and more into my abilities, if somebody wants to call me a witch, well, all the power to you. I'll even cackle like one. But you know, you got your you got both sides of it. And when you have a darker witch, as they call it, it's because that one has a lot of stuff behind it. It's like it's lifetimes has made it bitter. So it's that form of almost like a payback. You did it to me, so I'm going to do it to you, or what have you. I believe in it. It's not a matter of believing in whether it's dark magic or light magic or what have you, because it exists. Both sides exist. Yin yang, ebony ivory, dark light, the shadows. And people don't. Some people don't like what I say, and you know that's fine. My channel's not for everybody. Same as other people's channels, not for everybody. But I don't go into somebody else's channels and throw shade. I put something to get people thinking, more of a common sense. Because the more you come out of your comfort zone, the more you take a leap of faith, whether it be a small leap or, like I said, a large leap, the more you expand your horizons. Affiliations and congregations and stuff, it's all about, oh, you're not humble unless you're poor. Being poor isn't what makes you humble. Humble is like being someone that helps others and cares for others. Doesn't mean you can't put yourself first, because you have to put yourself first in order to be able to help others. And you get some that just want to drain you, and then you can't help. Then it's like you build yourself up, they come back and they suck the life back out of you again. I was somewhere last week, and I could actually feel the person it was like trying to siphon my energy. Feel it. So I was just like, okay, so I went in my heart space and I expanded. And when I expanded, I blocked it. Right now I'm holding selenite. I was telling everyone that one of the things that I'm doing is I got accepted to university, and I'm supposed to start soon. I went in to register and take some courses, and most of them were online, and I don't want to do them. So there was two things that were actually in class, and it worked out well because they fall on the same day. And it's astrology. I'm learning first what I'm going to is stars and galaxies because it interests me. And then the other one is philosophy. It's killing and death, when killing is fine, or considered to be fine, or like about death and what have you. And we're going through a lot of that right now. And I know that like I'm taking when I'm doing the university, I'm taking a really broad range of things to figure out what I want to do for my bachelor's, because everything that I'm looking at to take, it all pertains to a healing aspect of self. Because, and I'll say it again, and a psychologist or therapist or a psychiatrist or whatever may not like what I have to say, but mental health is caused from a lack of spiritual health. And I went on yesterday, I was on TikTok, and there was this guy on there, And he had up on the thing saying he was a psychologist. And people were asking him questions, but he wasn't really answering anything. And I kept asking him, would you agree that mental health is caused from a lack of spiritual health? I wrote about 4 or 5 times, and he just ignored. And to me, that's not a very good psychologist. If you're not, like, if people have legitimate questions or concerns or what have you, I believe him to be fake. He was not real. Because, and I got that, and if you're on here, you're watching me, and you know who you are, I'm just stating truth of what I observed, what I experienced, and what I felt. And spirit felt it because I was feeling spirit through it. And spirit was telling me, you're not real. You're not a real psychologist. So what the fuck are you coming on here being fake for? I don't tell people I'm a psychologist. I go by experience. Um, I have a large assortment, right, from, like, with regards to um, all aspects of health, including, like, my crystals, my tarot cards, my oracle cards, a singing bowl. I have astrology, and this is the parts that help us to heal. It's not so much about going and like knowing, like, I know there's like bad shit going on, and I know it's bringing it forward to other people, but we can't make people believe anything. We need to, right now, be with ourselves, sit with ourselves, experience our emotions instead of feeling that we have to hold them back. When you feel like you want to jump, take that leap, because the spirit's saying, just, just even taking that small leap a little bit, because each small leap creates a bigger leap. Um, what I want to do, okay, because I know there's a lot of people that are like not believing what I'm able and capable of doing as far as helping people. I want to bring forth that if you want to talk about something with regards to your life that you're trying to get past or work through or what have you, I'm good with speaking with you on a one-on-one basis. I just heard you ask for money. Some people tell me I should. It's more up to the person, like, about, like, if you want to donate something, fine. But it's all in the matter of, like, first talking with me and seeing if I have something that works for you. Because I don't keep notes. Not judging. I will pull things out of you, and I will know if you're lying. And it's a matter of, like, just realizing, like, I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to help you bring it up. And I do feel people on a connected level. And if somebody were to get belligerent or ignorant to me, then I would have to ask them, what are you experiencing to feel that way? And it's a part of knowing that when you come into a meeting with me or what have you, I'm not going to call them you. I would be the catalyst, the mirror. I will ask questions. and not like, oh, and how does that make you feel? Because I can never stand that. It's like, oh no, how the fuck would it make you feel? Right? So this part is for somebody reaching out to help to someone from someone like myself that is being upfront. I don't have a college degree or anything like that right now with regards to counseling. I go by experience and I work with spirit. Spirit is the one that guides me. Spirit is my teacher, my mentor. Spirit is the one that works for me to help you. So it's not really me per se. I'm the channel. Can't agree at that. Cierto. Voy a no creer que seriously, no. I won't shut up for a while. If people really say that people don't like me, I really don't give two shits if you like me. This is a spirit to spirit. I just got somebody saying, dude, why don't you just shut up for a while? Así que estoy. I think at Newfie, if you want, I can. I don't want to do this with other people because, as I stated before, I can end up with interference, and I do more for stuff like that. I like to do more of a one-on-one because some stuff is just none of anybody else's business. I would want to speak with you more to get you to see whether or not you feel you are moving forward in the way that you want to be moving forward. You can message, and then we will figure out a way to go one-on-one, face-to-face. It, what you do is like if I just heard the charge, it's like, no, that would be up to you. If I helped you and you were able to donate something, that would be fine. That would be up to you. But I'm not asking for it. All I want is what I want to see for people is for people to see it for themselves, to be able to find the answers. And I'm just here to help you find those answers within yourself. I'm not here to give you the answers. I'm here to help you find your own. So that, yeah, so that you may have faith within yourself that you are on the right path. I got chakra cards, tarot oracle cards the other day because I know that I'm building my stuff up because I know that it's going to happen and come forward. It's like a spirit directs me into doing it. So when I have the one-on-one, anything could come forward. This stuff, because this is clearings, it's moving energy, it's giving light codes, enlightenment. Well, if it's horseshit, that's your opinion. Whoever said that, they say like I would hazard to guess that you're one of the ones that comes in to be the distraction. So, right now I have parts of spirit that like I got music playing. I have parts of spirit that just wants to start, dancing. And I get that sometimes. Sometimes I get like everything's jumping within my body. And then sometimes when I like feel the anger within the world and stuff like that, I actually have that feeling like it's just like you have the feeling of the aggression of the world. And I've seen like visions where there's been physical altercations, even like I've seen it with myself. So I know that if I'm seeing that, it's something that I experience from a different view, a different timeline, realm, what have you. Dice que la torre es I don't know. Okay. I'm going to do a card. Okay. It's not for anybody specific. Okay. And I read the things and then I interpret it afterwards. Okay. Wow. Okay. This here is for, I guess, everyone. So the truth, spiritual union, throat chakra, solar plex, okay, because solar plex is the fear. It's like that part of taking faith. Throat chakra represents speaking your truth, being in truth with yourself and others. There's spiritual union. That's the collective, everyone coming together. Some are, well, they're trapped in fear. Okay. So that's with regards also to solar plex. We're living as some of us are trapped in fear of taking that plunge forward, that leap of faith, and then hope. Okay. Hope is rising. Say like hope. Oh, there we go. When I say about hope, okay, basically, I say Pandora's box. Pandora's box. Okay, hope has been pushed way down because we are Pandora's box. Okay, it's a taboo. This information that I put out, that gets put out there by people with regards to crystals, herbs, natural healing, Reiki, what have you, energy healing. That's the part that is, they want to suppress it. They want to keep it a taboo. Okay, so the Pandora's box. Okay, it's also the temple. Okay, so hope is down here. Okay, and hope is rising. Okay, so that's where like it's rising up through. You get the trapped in fear, and solar plex is pushing through, it's pushing up, and then it goes to the throat chakra. So it's pushing through the throat chakra, it's speaking the truth, living in truth, your truth. So hope is coming up, and when hope's coming up, hope is screaming. That's why it's like allowing yourself to feel it, because hope is experiencing it as hope comes up. Okay? Because hope becomes not, it's coming up from hope, being in faith, and expanding yourself, expanding your horizons. Okay? It's not about getting there in the backs of someone else or anything like that. It's expanding your horizons for you. And I'm what I'm working on, I want it. I see it for everyone as a whole. It's not something that I was seeing for so much myself as what I know that Spirit, God, Creator, Source, Mother, Father has shown me to work on bringing forward for everyone as a whole, including the earth, the animals, just everything. So I myself need to go deeper and further and find out where my next leap of faith needs to go. So, like I said, sometimes my cards might get integrated. But if you want to talk more one on one, like what you get here, be hollering and stuff like that, or get loud or what have you, that's not what goes into the meetings, or some say sessions or what have you. And I don't put a time limit on it. I go until the person is ready to stop in that sense. I mean, there's like, it's, I always found when you went into a psychologist, they give you 45 minutes. The other 15 is like like just going into the appointment, just getting started and settled in. And then you get like maybe a half hour, 45 minutes to talk, if that. And then it's basically the same thing over and over again. And then the last 15 minutes, it's like, oh, well, we got to talk about your pills. And that's not what I'm about. I'm not going to, it's not about cutting someone off, because sometimes it takes an hour for someone to just get started. And being comfortable. It can even be just to sit and talk with me for a minute, to get familiar with me, to find out if it would work for you or anything like that. Okay, so it's up to you. I may be that leap of faith that you are looking for, whether it be a small one or what have you. Maybe you've been looking for it and you're just not confident and you don't trust a lot of people, and that is totally understandable, because there are a lot of people out there that are not genuine, are not authentic, and are more for making the almighty dollar. But that's not why God, Spirit, Source, Creator, Mother, Father, and universe brought me back. They brought me back to help. Confirmation, the yawning, releasing. Okay, so yeah, I actually rely on God, but it does. Crystals do actually have energy healing properties, whether certain people want to believe it or not. Basically, I healed through frequencies, the crystals, doing a lot of going within myself, doing a lot of walking and meditating. And I'm learning to master my oneness. I'm learning to master being able to meditate on the go. And people not even knowing that I'm meditating, but I'm doing it because it's a part of going in your heart space. Center, the balance, bringing the masculine and feminine together so that they can work together. So I'm going to read a card before I go. And yes, if you want to have a one-on-one, just like I said, send me a message and we'll figure out something. 'Cause I got to figure out how to set up Zoom or something like that. Even like if it's kind of there's a group of people just to kind of talk and it's like a um, helping one another. Because we all have something to offer each other and something to offer the universe. I think Hail to the Chief has a nice ring to it. Okay, so if you came in, thank you for the likes, shares, what have you. If you gifted or anything, thank you very much. It's all appreciated. So with that being said, I'm sending you all much love, light, many blessings, most importantly, very good health to anyone and everyone wanting, willing to receive and accept. I want you all to be big, bold, brave. Most importantly, be yourself, be your authentic self, be true to yourself, be true to others. When being yourself, be who you are, not who somebody says you are or you have to be. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and know that you are more powerful and you have more strength than what you can comprehend sometimes. Sending you love. También sé que tu bello será. Seguro. It's good, Muriata.